Okay, technical issue at the moment, so I'm going to share it onto my page first, and then I will be back in a second. Right, so I think this is how to do it. Well, I don't know who is here, but I think there's 3 people here. I think that's done. Okay. Okay, so we will wait for 5 more minutes. And my life now is just so weird. I think I'm alive now. Right, any cake friends here? I'm waiting. Let's see. Right, it says 3 people watching. Okay, we put that on the side. I mean, this is the first time using kind of YouTube on my desktop, so kind of need to sort this out and then we can get used to it, really. Right, let me see if I can hear myself. Is that a delay?
Right, it says 3 people.
Okay. Right, so I can hear myself there. Oh, let me move the keyboard on the side. Any cakes friend here? Any? You can send me message or question where you can comment. Right, it's a... Oh God, this is... Okay, anyway, you guys can watch playback if... Ah, finally, someone typed something. Okay, so you guys can see me. Hello, Joan. First time here. I'm just trying to sort things out. I'm glad that you write something. Thank you. Oh, let me write something. I mean, if you don't write anything, I don't know who is here, but it's okay. Joan, is the video okay? Can you see me okay? Because on my computer it say error, and it say there's problem buffering. Not familiar with technology. Okay, so the update is some fluff on the table. Last week got cancelled because somehow the computer, after it have done its own updates, you know, computers sometimes do updates and stuff, and it just corrupted one of the file, and I just can't do on live or anything. So basically I can't do video. So thank you, John. That's why we started today. So thank God. And I don't know much about computers, so I have to rely on my other half and my brother to sort it out. But now it's sorted. So I think we should get started. If you can see me anyway. Okay, let me make myself small. And then, okay, today, same again. We're using, is it focusing? No. Okay. We're using Saracino modeling paste again. Then I have pre-made some color. Well, not pre-made. This is yellow, and I have mixed white with it, and then straight from the top really, and then some pink, some white. So this is our main color, and then you can color it after. I mean, today's video is sort of quite short, I hope, because I got a Saracino delivery today. They're delivering some paste for me, so I am in a time scale today. I mean, it's getting cold. I mean, it was warm and then it's cold again, so I am putting the paste in the bag, and then I paste it onto a kind of what do you call that? A warm bean bag, so that they're warm and pliable. And before that, I have put it in the microwave for 5-6 seconds. As long as when they come out of the microwave, they are not sticky. They're just like cookie, no, not cookie dough. Cookie dough is quite wet. Like a dough texture, then it's okay. Right, okay, so put that there for now. We are going to, actually we will make the egg first. Right, I have not made this before, as usual. So I am going to, I'm going to put that over there. I'm going to do it as I go along. And I have 2 polystyrene ball here. So I'm going to build the figurine above this, really. So the first one, I'm going to cover both of these, really. I was only going to cover one, but may as well do both. The trick with this is, I guess, especially the small one, is going to be in the air, so don't have your paste too thick. Right, I think this is soft enough. So same again, if the paste becomes sticky, use some corn flour. Oh, the sun is out. Okay. Okay. If you see kind of like air bubbles, you can see in the shadow, I think. Get a needle and then poke it before you kind of roll it again. I mean, you don't need this much, but I just roll it out. And you don't, oops, it ran away. If the polystyrene is not smooth, I mean, this one is quite smooth, but sometimes you get some of the polystyrene quite bumpy, like this one, then you don't want your paste too thin. I mean, this is quite thin already. If this one go onto here, sometime as you were smoothing it, I don't know if you can see in the camera, you can see the bumps. So if you cover things like this, ideally you have some sort of paste already on there and then you have been smoother now, or you have your paste quite thick to put it on. So I think that's okay. And then just do that to even it out. And then I guess before you put it on, you kind of like wet your egg. Kind of wet it halfway. The knife I normally use is not here. Okay, then just go on top of it like that. Oh, use the nice side really. Then what you want to do is you gradually kind of smooth your paste down. Sometimes if you drag it too much, then the paste will rip there. So just try to be kind of soft with it. And then you if you kind of like, how to say, if you can't do what I do now, like, oh, it's too much work, then what you want to do is you want to kind of gather. Wait, hold on. Once you pass the point that you put water onto your egg, like the polystyrene, because you were holding it, you wasn't putting water there. So put some water on the bottom half now. So that the paste have something to grip onto. Right. So put your thumb at the bottom. I mean, this is the first time I do this as well, so I'm kind of doing it as I go along. And if your paste is too thin while you're doing that, then probably there's not enough paste to go around. Don't worry if you kind of make a mark on it, because the egg will be decorated. Right, so you see there's a lot of paste there. So cut off the excess. And then try to gather to kind of like, look, I ripped it there. So don't worry, just push it back. When you decorate, you won't see it anyway. Okay, so this is what I mean. Try to gather all your paste at the bottom, because you won't see the bottom. Right, I'm trying to get past the curve point to have any folds. Right, it's kind of too much there. So open it back up and then smooth it down. It's like how you cover cake as well. Okay, so I think that's the best you can do, because there's too much material there. Okay, so I'll choose this side, because this side have the worst bit there. So what you want to do is you want to squeeze the paste together. Am I still in frame? Yeah. And then use the scissors. It's the quickest. You see? Do that. And then sometimes if you don't put enough water, then there will be a spot that the paste is not sticking. Right, when you cut this, you don't want to cut it like too close to the polystyrene. So you need to have some sort of paste there so that you can smooth it back down. I mean, you can do better than this. I'm just like roughly putting it together. Because the less cut you have, the better finish the egg will be. And then once you finish, you throw it on the table for a little bit. Or in your hand. I mean, you can use you can use paste directly, but then it'll be really heavy, and then you're going to use a lot of paste. Right, continue to smooth the egg out. I think I'm okay with that, because it's going to be decorated anyway. So you're going to have some sort of flower or hearts or lines on it, so you won't be able to see it that much anyway. So I'm going to put that over there, and then we will do the same to the little one. The little one, you could just kind of fold it over like that, because it's so small. And then try not to have the lines on the top. Right, sticking to my hands. Right, that's too much material. It's quite hard to work with it when there's too much material. I mean, any lines can be smoothened out, so it just takes a bit of time. Right, nearly there. So continue to kind of smooth it down. Right. Okay. So let me see. Okay, there's an air bubble there. I can feel it. Sometimes you can't feel the air bubble. Okay, I think that's good enough, I think. Quite round. This one, same again, I use polystyrene is because the rabbit is going to hold it kind of up. So you don't want it too heavy on the hand. So air bubble there again. When you kind of like, you can feel it in your hand. If you can feel the paste is like squidgy and then just move around, that means you have air bubble inside. Okay, I think that will do for now. I mean, I'm not going to spend too much time to make them good. Okay. Let me put this back. Okay, then now we're going to move on to the body. Right, so I think that's the body. And then, hold on. Let me look for something first. Okay. Why is it not working? Right, go there. Okay, so I want the head and the body kind of similar size. I think that's too big actually. Okay, let's sort out the body first. Same again, this is kind of brown, and then I mix it with white to make this color. It's kind of getting hot with all the lights around me. Right, sometimes if your paste is kind of too dry, you will have problem of making the joints together. So what I normally do is I will add a bit of just normal sugar paste, just like the tiny bit, and then it will kind of bring the paste back to life and you won't have problem. Okay, so I'm not going to spend too much time to get rid of that crease. So I'm going to just choose a good side and then make sure the crease is at the bottom. And then we're going to make cone shape like so. Because it's going to be on top of the egg, so you don't want it too big. So, and then I'm going to cut that. Right. Then use a corn flour pouch. Now we have the body, so you can make all the legs now. Roll out a sausage. Right, then do that. Give it a squeeze. Give it a squeeze on the front. Well, I'll just chop it for now. Push it back to the front, like so. Like that. And do the same of this one, but kind of round off the edges first. And do the same. Kind of push. Let's see if it is the same. Because this is a cut off edge, so you need to really work to make it round. Otherwise you cut off the other side, but I think I have a crease there, that's why I didn't use that side. So if you have a good kind of round sausage, then I think that's good. Okay. Wow, your paste is so soft, you can see that I'm just pushing it to give myself more paste. It's like you can push it down or push it up to make it more shape. Then I'll turn it like that so that I kind of know the size. Like that. Put it on the table and then just squish it a bit. Okay, and then round this off. I'm going to put down the side. Then probably I'll do that again. So normally, well, this is what I do. I'll put it like next to my kind of like figure and see how it look. Nice cover. Yes, a brown bunny. I think it's gonna look okay. Okay, now it's better. So whenever if your page have a crease, just spend some time to undo it and then kind of knit it again. Okay, so I want it slightly thinner than what it is. Okay, then I'm going to do that. Do both sides together. Like that. And then like that. Round it off. Drag it a little bit. Round it off. Okay. Oh, it's not going to be this long, but I'm just going to leave it there for now. So everything's done. Now we're going to go to the head. Move to the head. You see my paste is quite dry. I put it next to the body. I think I can do a bit more like that. Let me move to the front so you can see. So today is kind of like a quick test to see how it works on YouTube. So I'm not expecting there's loads of people. So hopefully, gradually there will be more people joining me. Okay. Okay. Not going to spend too much time get rid of the crease. So I'm just going to use a crease at the bottom and then put it there to check if that look okay. I think that look okay. So as long as your head is kind of bigger, like a oval shape, like this. Right, I'm going to put that there. Now we're going to do the ears. Okay. Right, you can see there is a crease there, but I'm not going to spend too much time on it. So just make one side lengthy. Lengthy. I think that will do. Right, so you want a shape look like that. and then try to do the same on the other side. And then measure it about there to thin it out. I mean, quite often my left and right side does not match. I do envy people who can do that. I mean, I see some people, they can do identical stuff. It's amazing. Okay, that's that. And then the rest, we can save a little bit for the tail. So now we have kind of all the shape there now. Okay, I'll put that aside. Okay, then now we are, okay, now the paste, you can see the difference, the feeling. I mean, my room now is quite cold. It's not cold, it's room temperature, it's like 20. But because the temperature is different than my hand, the paste have become firm. So when it is kind of like firm and pliable, it's so much better to handle. So be patient when you are making your figurine. So if you find your paste is not doing what you want, behave or doing what you want it to do, just put it aside, walk away from it. Loads of fluff, and then come back to it. Have a cup of tea or something. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to these. Maybe I'll move the camera up a bit, like that. Not bad. And then I have 18 gauge wire. Can you see? Yeah, there. Just any wire you can get, but if you get it from the cake shop, normally it's say 18 gauge. So what we want is, we want the wire all the way to the bottom of the polystyrene, and we want it to go through there, kind of maybe at an angle, and then we want it to go through the body, then we want it to come out to hold the egg. So I guess it will be kind of there. Whoa. Might be too long, but don't know. We'll see. So what I want to do is, I want to do straight. You want it to start off straight from the base first. Let me move that up a bit. That's better. Okay, so you want that like that. Then, oops. Then you want it to come out kind of there. So what you want is get yourself a marker pen and then mark where the wire come out. So you want to bend that above the polystyrene, yes. Forgot how to call that. Then what you want to do is, ideally you want to do these, where did I put the wire? You want to do this when kind of like when the egg is firm, but saving time, so we are going to do that. So now I put it back out, and then I kind of like bend it a little, like that. The hole is there. Right, let's not put it in just yet. So you want the egg like this. So now we're gonna put it through. So you want to aim kind of if you can see. So you want it to come out there, and because the leg for the bunny want to rest on that point there, so we want to bend it back backward in a minute. So what I want is kind of like you want to estimate where your wire goes. So we will put the wire in from the bottom and then come out there. Let's try it. What's going to go wrong? So I'm not using this one, I'm using another one. So you want to find the middle point for that. I mean, even if you don't get it kind of straight, it's okay. It's kind of like freestyle anyway. So as you are pushing it in, careful, because the paste is still soft, you might damage the egg. But like I said, if you damage the egg, you can always put a star or butterfly or lines on it. Okay, it's not too bad. Oh, it's not too bad. So now you need to put the egg on like that. Right, okay, so it kind of will be like this, and then you push it back in. Maybe go that way a bit so that the bunny is kind of there. Don't worry about that part there. You can put some grass there to hide the joint. And what we want is we want it to come back straight up. So you want to bend it kind of like that way. Like you want it straight. I think that is okay. Because the egg is kind of jammed in between the wire, it's not going anywhere. But if you are at home, you're doing this, you can put a bit of PVA glue onto the wire as you push it in. Okay, so now it's like that. Then we will put the first leg in. Right, so what we want is we want to cut the leg at an angle so that it fits onto the side there. Let me put that on the side there. Like that. It's up to you if you want it kind of long or short leg. So now you can put some water onto the wire. And then push it in kind of right in the middle. So it's something like this. Because this is not going to travel anywhere, I just make it and finish it, get hardened where it is, like on the table. If you need to transport it, or kind of like you want to put it on a cake and then take it with you, then you will need to double the wire, because this wire is okay, but sometimes if you have a sudden stop in the car, then this wire might kind of twist, but it shouldn't kind of break anyway. But for a peace of mind, then ideally is to double the wire. If you don't want to double the wire all the way, at least double the wire from the bottom to the egg there. Just do a kind of like a bend there and then just put it in. Hi Sue! Thank you for joining me. Okay, so now we're going to put the body in. But this is a little bit tricky because what I want is I want the body to go down like this, but I want the wire to kind of come out there. It's kind of like holding an egg. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of estimate where it is again. And then what I want is I want to kind of curve the wire that way. So when I go in, I will go in at the bottom and then curve back out. So I think I'll curve it kind of there. I mean, when I do it, you kind of know what I mean. Ooh. So if you find it like the wire move about with you on your hand, use a bit of that. So you want a gentle curve, really. Is that gentle? I don't know. I don't know anymore. So what you want to do is you want to. It might become messy, but let's give it a go. So what I want is I want that to go in there and then come out on the top there. So maybe I'll curve it a bit more there. Okay, let's try. Oh, by the way, the front is flat, and then the back where the bum is kind of have a little dip there. You don't have to, but I think it looked nicer that way. Okay, so I'm nervous. I am nervous. Okay, so we will aim. Let's put some water there as well. We'll aim there. And then, right, so you want the arm come out there. So make sure you can feel the wire where it's going. Okay, I can feel it now. Right, can you see? Then you push it. I mean, there is all different way how to do it. You don't have to do it this way, but I just thought like I want to do it, how to say, with just one wire. Oh, maybe too far, but it's okay. So I think the leg is too long. Right, let me cut it a bit. I mean, it's nothing wrong if you want to adjust what you're doing while you're doing it. I'm just like everyone else, doing it this way. Okay, that's sit better. So you want that piece there, the leg, you want it to sit flush with the leg there. Can you see there? Yeah. Okay, so squish it a little. Because it's still soft, so it will move about and you can kind of push it anywhere you want. I want it to look like that. Yeah. So it's kind of something like that. And then close the hole. The hole's quite big. I mean, if you want to do it, you can, how to say, you can just have the wire to go up and then stop there, and then put another wire in for the arm. So it's totally up to you how you want to do it. So I just want to close the hole. I don't know, it doesn't look focusing. I don't know why. But, okay. So I'm going to do that. Oh no, it's 2 o'clock. Okay, I have a delivery today. That's why I am having this live early. Right, so, and I want the leg there. So you see, this is a bit too long anyway, so I'm going to cut it like that. And then go, yeah, like that. And then I'm going to use a ball tool because it's curved. By doing that, it will sit on the body better. Hopefully. Oh, before I do that, I should use a little bit of cocktail stick. Maybe too long, that one. Let me see. You can use cocktail stick or you can use wire. I like to use cocktail stick because I think it grips better on the paste when it is cocktail stick. Okay, then I will push it there. And then before you push it in, use something to push the paste against the stick so that it stick better. Because sometimes when you push it in, the stick just gonna disappear. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of look where I want it to be, kind of like there, I guess. Right, once I locate where I want it to be, use something sharp because this is quite thick. And then you hold it and then you want to push it in like that. Basically to pre-poke the hole so that it go in easier. And then just twist and then go. And then it will stick straight away. I mean, you can kind of move the toe or something. You can put kind of like a kind of print there, kind of like a paw print. Do you call it paw print? Like push it in a little bit more so that it kind of have a better grip. Okay, so now that's that. Then this arm here, now that we have done that, make sure the gap is actually closed. If there's a hole there, then just add some water and then push the paste in to fill the hole. Because sometimes you close it and then there's still a hole inside. Then once you do that, it's kind of quite secure. So what I want is I want the hand. So the thumb is that. You see how pliable this is now because I left it on the side. It's really good. So if your paste is really soft, then leave it on the side. But you can see there is some stretch mark there now. That means this is the surface is drying. So that I might have leave it out a bit too long, but it's okay. So this is far too long anyway, and or maybe not actually. So this is what I want. Like that. Maybe the thumb is too long. That's better, I think. Much better. Yeah. Right, let's do the other one as well. The other one is not too bad actually. Okay, so now we want it back up. So I think I don't think necessarily need to be back up actually. I'm just going to do that so that the egg have something to rest on, like something like that, I guess. So I want it kind of there, so I'll cut it there. Okay, like that. Right, try to feel the wire. Oh, I think it come out on the underneath. Yeah. I need to go back up a bit. Can you see the wire there? I don't know if you can see. You can see like slightly there, which is what I want. So like that. And then the egg can sit there. So when you put the egg down, put a wire through, a thin wire, and then it come down into the hand. So the weight is distributed from the arm and then go all the way back down there. Okay. Then we want the same kind of length. But this one, what we want is, we want a bit of dent there. Left and right. Right, so it's, yeah, like that. Then you want to kind of do that. Okay, so I'll leave that on the side as well. Then let's get some black paint. Oh no, brown paste. Right guys, think there might be delivery coming in 30 minutes, so hopefully I'll finish in 20 minutes, and then if the people ring on my doorbell, then I can go and receive the parcel. So I have to move on quickly. Okay, now let's move on. I need to do the paintbrush. Right, I don't want it too thin because I want it to look quite substantial. Substantial? Is that the word? So if you kind of like imagine that's that. So I think at least there. Right, it's going to be thinner anyway because I'm going to put a wire through that. You don't need to be thick. This is, I think this is 22 gauge. I just pick up some scrap wire on the side, and what we want is we want to put with water. Hi Polly. And then feed it through. Okay. And then give it a roll while the wire is in there. I always do this because it kind of gives you a better finish. So make sure it kind of the wire go all the way to the end. It's getting too long maybe, but it's okay. I don't mind. And then cut off and leave a little bit at the end because we're going to attach the brushes. Okay, I need maybe there instead. Okay, that's better. Okay, let me put this on the side. Then get a bit of white paste. You don't want it too small because then you can't see it. But I'm going to put it on there to see. Yeah, I don't see why not. You can have a big brush. Let me cut that off. Right. Oh, why are you not sticking? Okay, I took a bit off. Sometimes it sticks to your hand. It's okay. Right, roll out into a ball. If there is a seam, don't worry, because we are going to... There's a fluff there I have to get rid of. We're going to stick it onto the stick. And then have it a bit pointy at the end, like that. Kind of sticky. And then put some water there. And then stick it on. Right, so you want it kind of quite, how to say, round at the bottom so that it have a bit of flap over. And then you want the point to go a bit like that. It's up to you really, I mean, it's a paintbrush. And then, oh, some brown paste there. And then draw some lines on there. Same again, the paste is quite soft, so if it is too soft on your hand, put it down. Right. I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. Actually, I'm gonna stick it on the hand now. Shall I? Better not. I'll stick it on in a minute. Okay, so I am going to put the other arm on. And then we can use another stick. Okay, let me poke it in first. Kind of there. And then I'm going to put that there. Okay, it's quite long actually. Okay. And then hi Joanne. Thanks for tuning in. Okay. So I want it to kind of like that maybe. Yeah, I don't want it to be too symmetrical. But okay. Okay, now move on to the head. Be flat now. Oh, it's not bad actually. Okay. Let me move you over here. Look at the mess. that. It's quite firm now because I left it on the side, but it's okay. Slightly push it in like that. Don't want to push in too much. Like that. Then move that there. Then what you want is, oh, we forgot to do this. Get your Dresden tool. I hope it's not too dry. Let's try. And then you want to push it down. Maybe better if I didn't forget to do this. But it's okay. It's okay. And then just make sure they kind of how you want it to be, like the shape wise. So I think that one like that. That one like that. Then I will do there. Kind of like press it down like that. I use quite a bit of force on it now because it's hard. Right, so we're going to do that in a minute. Then now we are going to use a bit of white to make the front part. Not too much. Okay. So roll a ball. Kind of there. Okay. So you want it kind of like on the side it look like that. Kind of flat there, but kind of like it go back in like that. And then both sides is like a triangle like that. Then we use a little bit of pink. Roll out a ball. Put some water there first. Right, what you want to do is you want to kind of squeeze it into like a triangle. And then you place it on the top there. Or maybe too pointy. Anyway, because the paste is quite soft, so you can just push it around. Okay. I'm quite happy with that actually. So then we want to use the Dresden tool. Do that. How does rabbit look like? Wait. I make a mistake, but it's okay. So what I want is, because rabbit, the front is kind of round there really. So use your tool to create kind of like a round front. Okay, I am okay with that really. Then you want to use a ball tool, and then you want to kind of like dent it there. And there. Try to do it the same depth, maybe. Right, I want to push that back in like that. Okay. Then you want to get the white paste. Right, this is how I normally do it. I will kind of round off the end, and then I'll put it kind of in, and then I just kind of like where the surface is, I will mark it there. See my fingerprint there? And then I will cut it shorter than that. And then let's see. And then you see it's kind of like, it gives you a really good fit of the eye. But because I'm going to push the edible bubble in, so I want it slightly less than that. So I'll pick it back out and then pinch it a little bit out. And then roll it back. Okay, it's quite sticky now. Sometimes when paste is that sticky, you don't need to use water. Oh. Okay, like that. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, do the same to the other side. Okay, pop there. Ah, this one obviously is a little bit too little. Keep on sticking onto my hand. Look one side bigger than the other, but oh, it's sticking inside already without water. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now I am going to flatten it. I think that side is a bit too much. Okay. Oh no, there's some brown paste there. Okay, gone. Okay, now I have 2 edible bubble, which I put on the side. So when the head is on there, okay. And then I will slightly put a bit of dot there first so that I know where it's going. Like that. I think one of the bubble is bigger, but it's okay, never mind. Ta-da! Okay, now we will add the ear. You can use the back of your paintbrush, or you can find tools. So it's kind of, you want to punch a hole into the head. Maybe that one. Right, so I think it's about there. And then you want to get yourself some wire. Doesn't have to be very long, but you can have long wire just to be safe in case you get broken. But mine is not going anywhere, so I can just use just a bit of wire. And then add some water. Ah, the white bit come off, but it's okay. Okay. Make sure there's water in there. Water on the wire. Then there. Okay. Right, let me move the camera up a bit. Okay. Right, so he is going to be like that. Do I have time? Maybe. So I still need to put a bit of white there, a bit of chest fur on there. Do I have time to do that? Maybe I do it on the next video when I decorate the egg and put a bit of grass there. So I will make another video and post it on YouTube. Unfortunately, now I have to go and wait for my parcel from Saracino today. So thank you for tuning in. And to see how I finish this rabbit, watch the next video I'm going to post on YouTube. And that one is not live, and that one is just filming me how I make, not how I make, how I finish this rabbit. So thank you for watching and join me today. If you like this video, please share it with your friend.